Welcome to Great Day at 9 a.m. on this Friday morning. I am Nicole and Scot.
I'm Scott Haney. Nice to see you. Hey, Jamie, do we have any eye cams? I don't know if we do. Let's take a look at some of the eye cams across the state. We are checking out mainly cloudy skies for the most part, but as you can see, it's still beautiful out there. And it's going to be a day where the clouds and the sun fluctuate back and forth. So just get ready. It's going to be a cooler day than yesterday with temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. Now, yesterday, look at how beautiful. I love the Mystic Eye Cam.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it just beautiful? It's the Venice. It's the Venice of Connecticut, Nicole. We are taking a look at mostly overcast conditions there. And for Waterbury, things also look kind of cloudy, but you can expect some intervals of sun throughout the day today. As I mentioned, those temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler than yesterday. Right in there, close to average. 68 is the normal high for this time of year. 68 is where we're headed. And then tomorrow, we're expecting a rinse and repeat of today. I think a little bit more in the way of cloud coverage, and then beautiful in Middletown right now as well. And then Sunday, we've issued a first alert for Sunday. Unfortunately, we are looking at rain in the afternoon and in the evening, and that is going to be a much cooler day on Sunday as well. And I'll have more information on this coming up on the wax, so stay tuned for that. All right, miles and miles of backups picked up again today, with part of I-95 still shut down after yesterday's fiery crash.
And it will be closed for days. They're saying Monday at the earliest. Channel 3's Olivia Schuler has been there since the commute began again this morning, and now she has all the latest on what's going on there. Olivia?
Well, guys, I immediately want to show you that bridge where Fairfield Avenue, that stretch is. Take a look at it right now. You'll see there's a ton of construction workers on top of that bridge, and you can just see how charred it is as well. It looks like right now those workers are picking up the fence and railing portion of that overpass, and that is where they're starting with this demolition project. Now, the idea is that this entire bridge is actually going to come down. Crews say there's really no way to keep it up there. It's only about 10 years old, but if you take a view over to the right, you can also see that part of that exit sign is gone as well. So a safety hazard there, but crews are working to get this road back in shape. Even just on I-95 here, we know that that stretch of the road needs to be repaved, and that is something that crews will be working on in order to try to get things back up and running here by Monday. That's what the governor is telling us. He did put a state of emergency in place, which means that this whole project should be sped along. Now, I do want to bring your attention over to the exit 14 off-ramp. You can see that there is significant traffic buildup there right now of cars and trucks. So although we've been telling drivers to avoid this area, some people have been taking the I-95 all the way down to this area and then have decided that they are going to get off the road and find a local route right now. So that is the very latest of what we're seeing right now. Once again, the demolition to that bridge is going on. Norwalk Public Schools have canceled school. However, prom and athletic games are still going on for today, and we're going to continue to bring you coverage on this starting at Eyewitness News at noon. We're live in Norwalk. Olivia Schuler, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Olivia.
We both have plans to go to New York City this weekend.
Yes, we do.
We both have plans to avoid that area.
Are you driving?
I'm driving, but I'm going to take 84 to 684 with the rest of the world, because that's the only route. I know everybody's telling me to take the train.
You should take the train, and then you could just relax.
Yeah, but I got to go to Basking Ridge, New Jersey first, and then go into the city. I'm meeting up all my friends in New Jersey.
Can someone pick you up?
I don't know. I'm going to have to check it out.
Yeah, you should check that out. I know. This is one of those.
You taking the train? Yeah.
One of those situations where public transportation definitely comes in handy. I mean, obviously they're saying it's probably going to be busier at the train stations than normal, but for a weekend, I don't think you're going to have to worry as much as, say, during the week. And even when Marcy Jones was live at the train station early this morning, you know, New Haven wasn't slamming.
Right.
You know?
I'm thinking the show that I'm seeing is called Merrily We Roll Along, and that's anything that's going to be happening on the roadways.
I know.
Becky, you've seen the show? Oh, yeah, it looks really good. I'll let you know how it is.
Can you ever remember a time when the highway was shut down? Like, on both directions on 95 for this long?
No, it was incredible.
I can.
I hadn't, you know, because we were so busy in the field yesterday. I didn't get to see the flames until this morning's video.
Seriously?
I was like, oh OMG.
Great balls of fire.
Great balls of fire. That was incredible. Just burning up the signs on the highway and the bridge.
I know, when you see the charred highway sign, that's when it really hits you, just like the scope of this fire. And remember, you know, it was still dark out when we were showing the traffic cameras, so we didn't really get a clear view of
how much
what caught fire.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It's just absolutely wild. But we're going to bring you any new developments with the demolition, the inspections, and when the highway is going to reopen. Very important. And that will all come on air, and as well as the WFSB app will send you literally push notifications with updates.
Great job, by the way, covering this story.
Thank you so much.
Miss Nicole Nalepa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Scott.
All right, big changes are coming to a number of malls across Connecticut. Some may be partially knocked down to build apartments, while others are being reimagined in kind of different ways.
So what spots in our state are planning a glow-up? Consumer investigative reporter Cassidy Williams is going to explain why malls are not dying. Take a look.
There's something blooming at the Connecticut Post Mall. Just don't expect it to be a new anchor store.
They still have a lot of space that's open.
It's the largest mall in Connecticut, and its owners say that's part of the problem.
Quite frankly, the malls of yesteryear are too big and not relevant to the way retail is sort of positioned today.
Michael Platt is the head of development for Centennial Real Estate, the Dallas-based company that owns the mall property. Milford City officials granted Centennial approval for up to 3 phases of construction. The plan is to tear down some of the mall and build up to 750 apartments. This is what it could look like.
And what we try and do is really turn these malls outward, stitch them into their community, and then make them more relevant by bringing in different uses that really responds to a broader segment of the population.
But ground hasn't been broken yet, as the company works to figure out exactly how much it will all cost.
It is a process, and unfortunately it takes a period of time, but we are working feverishly to make that happen as soon as we possibly can.
So this was menswear, this was dresses.
At Stamford Town Center, instead of tearing down any empty anchor stores, Pickleball America moved in.
We are busy every night, every weekend. We just keep adding programs.
13 courts now fill the first floor of the old off Fifth. Pickleball America leases the space. The company paid for all the changes with the mall owner's blessing. The space opened last September. They are already planning to add more courts on the upper level as demand keeps growing.
It's becoming a major destination for families. We have people coming from all over the tri-state area.
In Meriden, city leaders would like to see something similar happen, adding a mix of uses to the mall.
Personally, I don't ever want to get out of retail completely in the mall. I think it has a key component of it, but I think it's no longer going to be 100% like it was before.
In 2021, Yale New Haven Health bought the section of the mall that used to be Macy's and announced plans to turn it into a comprehensive outpatient center. But more than 2 years later, Meriden is still waiting for construction to officially start.
They've gone in, they've cleared everything out. Everything is, all demo is completed internally. We're in a holding pattern until Yale starts this. I was hoping this would already be, to be honest with you, open, because I think that this use is going to be a great one to bring traffic back into the mall. And once you have traffic and people coming in, then that's when the stores come back.
The I-Team asked Yale if there is a timeline for when the outpatient center could open. A spokesperson sent a statement. Like many health systems across the country, Yale New Haven Health is facing headwinds stemming from the COVID-19 pandemic and the current economic climate. We are being very thoughtful in our planning, and we will update everyone as we move forward. For now, the more than 179,000 square feet sit empty. Because even when a city or town supports reinvention,
The mall's going to look very different 5 years from now.
what that different means for each mall will depend on who is willing to spend the money. Cassidy Williams, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Now, we should say that there are malls in our state who have managed to find success sticking with traditional retail.
And tonight on Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 5:30, find out how they're doing when our series on the future of malls wraps up.
All right, coming up, celebrating Cinco de Mayo.